Hello everybody, my name is Bernardo Manaisa and welcome to a new video. Welcome to a new video. If you are new, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm pulling out my laptop because I have some notes that I do want to cover. I usually have my little notepad, pen and paper, but I actually didn't write it down. But if you are new to my channel, my name is Bernardo. Like I said, I make motherhood and lifestyle content right here on YouTube, and I post my day-to-day on Instagram. I hope you join the family. Now, speaking of joining the family, I have looked at the back end, I have looked at the statistics, I have looked at the numbers, and I'm getting a lot of views on my YouTube videos. But the big problem is, nobody is subscribing. Not nobody per se, but there are a lot of unsubscribed people that are watching my videos, which is really incredible because you're watching and finishing them. But why aren't you subscribing? Because if you're finishing the video, it means I'm interesting enough for you to stay the whole video. And so I come to you asking you wholeheartedly, please subscribe to my channel. Guys, I need the subscriptions. I am enjoying posting the YouTube content, creating the YouTube content, but it is a bit disheartening when you guys aren't subscribing, and it's free. You just have to click the subscribe button and that's it. I'm not gonna annoy you and like harass you every day like hey. No, just subscribe to my channel, please. I would like dive into the importance of subscribing, but I don't know, guys. This is not the video for it. Today we are speaking about pregnancy. We are speaking about my first pregnancy versus my second pregnancy. For those of you that don't know, I am a mommy to a 1-year-old. I've got 2 babies. I've got 2 under 2. I know, wild, crazy, insane. I had my first daughter in 2022, second 2023. My kids are 19 months apart, and yeah, it's wild. So it means I've been pregnant 2021, 2022, and 2023. Crazy, I know, I did that. Wild, but yeah, let's get into this video. This video, basically, I'm just going to kind of unpack what the differences between each pregnancy was. And yeah, so I've got points that I want to cover, and I hope that you enjoy this video, and I hope that it helps someone. Yeah, I got a lot of questions about did I enjoy this pregnancy more than my first, because I was brutally honest that I hated pregnancy with my first. So I figured, let me do my first pregnancy versus my second pregnancy, and this is that video. So what made me test? So what made me test with my first pregnancy was, I think, like, bear with me, my mind is a bit, you know, pregnancy brain, mom brain. What made me test with my first was vaginal discharge. I had like a lot of discharge and a feeling. Like, yeah, I just had a feeling. It wasn't planned, no, but I had this feeling that I'm pregnant, and I tested before I was late for my period with my first. With my second, what made me test was a dream. I literally had a dream that was like, go and take a pregnancy test. That's what happened in the dream. Go take a pregnancy test. But I did not think I was pregnant at all. At all. For my second pregnancy. But for my first pregnancy, I kind of had an inkling. Were my pregnancies planned? My first pregnancy was not planned, but planned. And I say that because I wasn't on birth control, so you could fall pregnant. But it wasn't planned as in like, let's try for a baby. No, we actually weren't ready for a baby. We weren't ready for a baby, if there's such a thing. But no, my first pregnancy wasn't planned. My second pregnancy definitely wasn't planned. So both pregnancies were not planned, which is actually insane, that both pregnancies were an oopsie. It's like, do better. Come on. My reaction with my first pregnancy was, what are my parents gonna say? If I can find the clip, I'll insert it here. but I was shocked, but I was calm and like I was kind of excited. I was quite excited and like more happy. Yeah, I was calm. I remember that feeling. I freaked out, but then like calm just hit me. That was with my first. With my second, I was shook and unhappy, and yeah, like I was mad. I was very frustrated with my second, for sure. Yeah, I was very mad. I was not for it. No, it wasn't a good reaction. Gender predictions and gender desires. For my first, I had a feeling we were having a girl. I knew we were having a girl. I remember going to Mpumi's house and telling her, and she was like, "What do you think it is?" And I was like, "A girl." And lo and behold, it was a girl. Gab was a girl. I knew. I just had this feeling. What did I want? I think I don't know. I think I wanted a girl. I don't know. But I was okay. I just wanted, as we all say, a happy, healthy baby. That's it, literally. But yeah, I think I wanted a girl, but I think for the sake of my relationship and knowing how badly Khomotso wanted a boy, I wanted a boy. So yeah. For my second, gender predictions and gender desires. For my second, I really wanted a boy. I really wanted a boy, and I had the strong feeling up until the end that I'm having a boy. Even when they said it's a girl, I had the strong feeling that I was having a boy. But it turns out it was a girl, and I did have gender disappointment. So Khomotso had gender disappointment with our first. I had gender disappointment with our second, and I think it was because of how pregnancy was for me the first time around and the second time around that I was like, no, I have to be pregnant again. But yeah, I will show you my reaction for the second. But I did want a boy the second time around, because I was kind of ready to only have 2 kids just based on how my pregnancies go. But yeah, I desired having a boy. But I'm happy with 2 girls. I think I completely understand why God gave us 2 girls right now. And I think I make a really good girl mom too. So, and I know what to do. So I'm happy. But in the beginning, it was a tough swallow. The next one is gender reactions, which I told you. I had major gender disappointment with my second. And then with my first, I was kind of happy. And then with Khomotso, it was the other way. With our first, he had major gender disappointment, but his lost like 5 seconds the day. And then with our second, he was more like, it's okay, I'm going to be a girl dad type of thing. But gender disappointment is a real thing. And I feel like I will make a longer video on that. But yeah, it was rough. Emotionally and mentally, how I did for my first pregnancy. Emotionally and mentally for my first, I was a mess. I was a complete mess. I was not in the right space. At first it was cute and everything, but then like reality started to set, my relationship started to crumble, and like, yeah, emotionally, mentally it was rough. It was not good at all. It was not good. But at some point my gynae was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to take this child out early. She's gonna go into preterm labor. I was not in a great space. Second time around, much better space. And yeah, I think I romanticized motherhood so much, and the end of my first pregnancy, I romanticized it so much. And I decided to take charge of my own pregnancy and my journey and the story and what it's about, that I took it into motherhood and I took it into my second pregnancy. And I speak about this a lot, about romanticizing motherhood and the journey and making it your own regardless of what's happening. And I think that helped me a lot for my second pregnancy. So emotionally and mentally, I was much better with my second pregnancy. Symptoms, like physically. Okay, so here I'm gonna have to read because I don't really remember, but the symptoms, the physical symptoms, guys, both pregnancies sucked, especially first trimester. I had HG for both pregnancies, was definitely worse. I think it was actually, it could have been worse my second pregnancy, but I just knew how to manage it because I lost a lot of weight my second pregnancy, more than my first. But I had HG for both, vomiting, nausea, not eating, everything, bile, you name it, for both. I had the worst pain for my second pregnancy. It was just like I was constantly in pain. Now I know why, and I'll dive into that when I speak about my birth story. But I was in so much pain for my second pregnancy, especially at the end. I was like in a lot of pain. The heartburn was brutal for both pregnancies. A little bit worse for my first, but definitely in the third trimester, both pregnancies showed me flames with heartburn. I struggled. My sex drive, that's also like another big thing. For both pregnancies, my sex drive was super high. I think for my first pregnancy, a little bit more than my second, just because my second pregnancy, I was a bit more tired. But for both, super high sex drive. And then fatigue was brutal for both pregnancies and first trimester, but it was way worse in second pregnancy because I had a toddler. So I was just so tired all the time. But yeah, overall, physically, my first pregnancy, I think, was slightly easier only because I didn't have a toddler. So when I was feeling something, I could nurse that feeling. Whereas with my second pregnancy, when I'm feeling something, I can't always nurse it if my toddler has needs. So yeah. My growing bump. A lot of people keep asking, did my bump grow quicker? Was I bigger? Honestly, no. Yes and no. I did show a lot sooner, but then like I stopped showing with my second pregnancy. With my first pregnancy, I started showing at around 7 months, like proper showing at 7 months, like a defined bump at 7 months. And then with my second, I started showing around 4 or 5 months, but not extreme. It kind of stayed like that, and then it only popped at like 7 months. So that's why I say yes and no. My bump was this, I feel like it was the same size, to be quite honest, but a lot of my friends and family say that it looked cuter the second time around. But yeah, I think it's just your body type, but I definitely felt heavier the second pregnancy. And baby was always measuring bigger, so it makes sense. Working out and weight gain. This is a controversial one because a lot of people want to eat for two, and I don't believe in eating for two. I think that's disgusting. I feel like when you buy into that mentality, then you start doing things that you just shouldn't do. So I was just like, no, gross, I don't do that, I don't want that. But working out, I worked out my first pregnancy, I worked out right until the end, literally until the day before I gave birth. But I was working out at home. So I only stayed with my personal trainer the first trimester a little bit. But then I got really sick. So then I stopped, and then I worked out at home. And then with my second pregnancy, I stopped full on working out at almost 8 months, 7.5 months. I was 7.5 months, but I was okay with it because I was doing super intense workouts. Like Richard's workouts are no joke. So the working out thing, I stopped early in my second pregnancy, but I was so sore all the time. I was really, really sore. And you guys need to realize that I'm having kids in a space of a very short period of time. So my body hadn't fully healed. So I think that's why I was also quite sore. And then the weight gain, my second pregnancy, I gained way more weight. I think I gained I weighed 77 at the end. And then with my first, I weighed 70, okay, it's not way more, 74.5, so about 75. So I gained 2 kgs more. But baby was measuring bigger in my second pregnancy. And also, yeah, I ate a whole lot more in my second pregnancy towards the end. Yeah. The glow. A lot of people said that I had a glow in my second pregnancy. I do think my second pregnancy I had more of a glow. I was in a happier space, I think. Yeah, I think because I was in a happier space emotionally and mentally, there was a glow. Excuse me. In my first pregnancy, not really. I feel like there was a glow because whatever, people say you're glowing, but definitely my second pregnancy there was a glow. My relationship and support. My relationship in my first pregnancy, I've been open about this, not great. It was rocky. It was a lot for both of us. It was the first, the transition was crazy. And also the reality of having a kid, it was new, fresh, insane. My support was okay in my first pregnancy. I had my mom, I had my parents, I had a friend. Yeah, so it was okay. It was below average. My second pregnancy, I had an incredible amount of support. I have a fantastic nanny. I obviously have my parents. My husband. My husband was he's been like way more supportive, obviously. So, because we both know what to do and our relationship is in a better place. Our relationship is in a better place. So support my second pregnancy was an incredible like difference to my first pregnancy. So I give props to everyone in my life, even friendship wise, a whole lot better. So definite shout out to my parents, you know, my dad, incredible, my mom, like she's my friend, my nanny, shout out to her, my husband, he's like amazing. Yeah, man, just support wise, it's been really, really great. My friends, my mom community, honestly, so amazing. Yeah, definitely much better this time around. And my relationship, like I said, in a better space. I think we worked through and are working through some traumas from the previous pregnancy, and we just knew what to do. And I think that fear of not knowing what a child brings in the first pregnancy was definitely like knocking there in the first pregnancy, but in the second pregnancy, definitely better. Public versus private. So going public with my pregnancy the first time was really nice because I could complain and I could just share my pregnancy, and it actually helped me make my pregnancy journey a whole lot better. So I don't regret going public for my first pregnancy. It was really, really nice. It helped me mentally and emotionally, and it helped me enjoy it. So definitely no regrets, glad I went public. Do I wish I went public the second time around? Yes and no. Going public would have been nice because that would mean I could live in the moment. Literally, I hate the fact that I have to go back right now in terms of content, and like, oh my gosh, like it's just tedious. And it's like, I love living in the moment and everything being organic and, you know, sharing. I love that. But it being private was so nice because I could just I could enjoy my pregnancy. I didn't have to report. Someone's not asking me, oh, where did you get this? It's a maternity. Like, it was really nice. And I also didn't have to face that thing of, oh, I need to post pregnancy content. No. So it was really, really nice being private and just enjoying it with my little family and like with my family. It was nice. But it also wasn't nice because I was hiding it from a lot of my family. So that was the not so nice part. So I was private on social media, but I was hiding it from my family. It's so different. Yeah, and I was hiding it from my family because I just felt like it was none of their business, which is really weird, but family dynamics, guys. But yeah, it was nice having a private pregnancy, like having both both experiences. I'm very glad, and now I know what I would do for my third pregnancy. I think for my third pregnancy, like, I'd probably take the pregnancy test on Instagram Live at this point. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I liked that. I like that I have had both experiences. The judgment, first pregnancy versus second pregnancy. First pregnancy, the judgment was insane. It was like, you're a Christian, you're not married, how do you feel? Including from family as well, public and family. But yeah, so that was a bit hectic, but I just kind of gave the middle finger to everyone, and I was like, listen, you either support us or you don't. The second time around, the judgment, I would have thought the judgment would have been skyrocketed, because, you know, obviously it's like, how do you have another baby out of marriage, and, you know, opinions. But it was actually not as bad. But also I think people just realized that I'm not the person to mess with. Like, don't come judge here. I'll come for you. But the judgment wasn't so bad this time around. No, it wasn't so bad. But also, I don't really care. And I think keeping it private helped not be judged. Do you know what I mean? Even from family. And then lastly, which experience was the best? Oh gosh, I don't even know if I should. Yeah. My second pregnancy. My second pregnancy was the best in terms of it was private. I got to enjoy it more, and like, I had more support, and I'm in a better space. Definitely. But both pregnancies physically sucked, so like, I can't rate it. Like, they just sucked. So I wouldn't say, oh, this was the best, I felt great. No, they both sucked physically. But in terms of like an experience and the romanticizing, I think I took more content with my first, and I was more like into the bump, and it was more new, and like, it was new, and just, you know, so that makes it the best experience. But like, in terms of it being private, and like it being like my little secret and something I just, you know, have, definitely my second pregnancy. But yeah, so each has like its own thing that makes it the best experience. But I think overall, because I'm in a better space mentally, and that's what matters the most, the space that you're in mentally and emotionally, it would have to be my second pregnancy. Yeah, for sure, my second pregnancy. But yeah, other than that, both pregnancies really crazy. That I can't believe 2 under 2. Both pregnancies were really crazy, that I'm pregnant, and it's like, what the heck. One, I was pregnant at 23, and one I'm pregnant at 25, 23, 24, 25. I've been pregnant for 3 years, guys. Like, it's enough now. But yeah, other than that, being pregnant is not for me. Like, I look really good pregnant. Like, I think I'm one of the best looking pregnant people, because let me tell you something, some of you guys are scary pregnant looking, and I feel no shame saying that, because we all know, like, some of my family members are also very scary looking when they're pregnant. So I luck out in terms of how I look pregnant, but how I feel, I definitely feel, yeah, no, I don't enjoy how I feel. So not a big fan of pregnancy, but it looks great on me. But yeah, those are my 2 experiences of my first pregnancy versus my second pregnancy. Would I do it again 2 more times? Not by choice, but I really want a boy, so I will have another baby. For those that want to know, will I be having more kids? Yes, we will be having more kids. Dada wants 1 more because he wants a boy, and I want 2 more. So we'll see. I always believed that I was gonna have 3 girls and 1 boy, so I just don't know what order that's gonna come in. But yeah, will I be falling pregnant anytime soon? Absolutely not. We will not be having any kids anytime soon, not even by mistake. Trust and believe. Yeah, so just enjoy the journey of a mom right now with 2 under 2, and then you're going to be enjoying the journey of a young mom, 2 girls, and family content. So stay tuned for that for the next couple of years, and I hope that that's what you're going to enjoy. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't just watch. I'm really asking from the bottom of my heart, please subscribe and enjoy the videos as a subscriber. Please. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.